Women of Reddit, what things that men find unattractive about themselves do you find very attractive, and why? Story 1. My boyfriend specifically becomes self-conscious over his excitement of his hobbies. His last relationship was toxic to the extreme, and she would force him to feel bad for having hobbies outside of her and for having his attention elsewhere. It was to the point where he was apprehensive to even tell me what he was doing sometimes because he would worry that I'd be mad at him for having a social life. But honestly, I love it. Everything about him and his personality is just beautiful. The way he gets so excited when he calls the climax of the story arc of his new favorite anime, or when he tells me he's listening to a new podcast he's found, or when he shows me this new character he made for D&D that he's drawing and goes through the different powers they have and why they chose them for that campaign, or how he laughs so hard at his little weeby TikToks that I don't understand, so he has to explain them to me and he laughs even harder when he does. Sometimes when he's watching subs, I'll ask him what's going on, even if I don't really care, just to see how big his smile gets when he gets to explain all about this part of the story arc. Even if I don't share his passions, I love to see his love for them, and it baffles me to think that his ex ever made him feel so bad for loving the things that he loves. Story 2. When they take care of their appearance, show emotions, or do what they please, not minding people calling them feminine or dumb. Like, wear freaking sunscreen. Getting cancer won't make you more masculine. Story 3. I feel like some dudes lack the confidence to wear certain things, or feel that they'll look stupid if they try to dress well. I'm a barista, and we have a group of regular guys who come in. Once, one of them was getting teased about wearing gray tailored trousers with light gray plaid details on them. The other guy asked what I thought of them, expecting me to join into the teasing, but I just said I thought he looked great, and that men should be encouraged to put a little more effort into their clothes. Honestly, his bum looked pretty great. Story 4. This is gonna end up as one of those videos narrated by text-to-speech on YouTube, isn't it? Ha! It'd be funny if this comment gets into a video. I can f***ing hear that robot voice now censoring the F word so it can gain AdSense. Well, sorry guys, no text-to-speech here, just little old me. You did make it into the video though. Story 5. When they do anything unmanly and are at peace with it. For instance, wearing pink, singing in the car or the shower, talking about their feelings, using body washes and shampoos that aren't just the cheap generic for men brand, wearing jewelry, liking plants or animals. It shows me that they're mature, comfortable with themselves, and don't equate femininity to inferiority. Okay, wait a second. Full stop. Singing in the shower is unmanly? What the? Who doesn't sing in the shower? Story 7. Admitting that they don't know something. A big turnoff for me is when a guy pretends they know about something because they think it'll impress me, or think that I'll look down on them for not knowing. It's okay to admit you're unfamiliar with something, and I truly appreciate the honesty behind that, and frankly, find it incredibly refreshing. I 100% agree. I used to have this problem with my sister who would pretend to know things I didn't really expect her to because she didn't want to seem dumb. A couple days ago, my friend asked me to come by a shop where he's working on cars to sell them for parts, and I was helping him take some stuff out of his car. I asked him how he knew so much about cars that he was comfortable doing something like this to his own. We're only 17. And he responded with, I have no idea. I'm just using my grandpa's shop and tools and watching YouTube videos when I get stuck. And I thought it was really cool of him to admit that. It took forever to realize that he was looking for the ignition wire in the wrong place, though. Story 8. Crappy dancing. My boyfriend is the dorkiest dancer I've ever seen. I like to say that all 4 of his limbs have a different idea of what dance he's doing. But I swear over and over that his dancing could cure my depression. He just goes for it. I can't watch without the stupidest, most love-filled grin on my face. After the amount of men that have turned me down to dance because they aren't any good, or just timidly going for a safe 1-step or 2-step shuffle, it's my favorite thing in the world to watch him really get into a song and just flail about. Story 9. As a quiet kid who has had a couple of long-term relationships, I found it starts with finding a good friend group full of like-minded individuals that also aren't crappy people. And I don't just mean other guys. Make some friends that are girls and put yourself in a position to be in a group that has a history of being a positive space for women to exist in. Every relationship that I've been in, besides the one I'm currently in, thank you Bumble, has been with a friend of a friend. Generally, your friends will know other people who either have similar interests or complementary personalities to yourself that you might hit it off with. The only thing you need to do is clean up nice regularly and take care of your hygiene. Be genuinely yourself and keep the self-deprecation to a reasonable, not so serious level. Also, people can and will come to you if they're interested. Keep an eye out for the signs, even if you don't see them at first. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Story 10. When they have an interest in reading, or express any of their passions really, it's genuinely pleasant to see men, or anyone for that matter, to be excited about something they like. It can be contagious, and seeing someone love something with visible enthusiasm without feeling embarrassed about it makes me smile. I also personally love reading, and I don't know many people that read novels, at least not the ones that I enjoy. You could also always play the depressed loner game. Genuinely, that's a thing. I knew a guy in high school whose whole shtick was making girls feel so sorry for him that they'd give him a pity smash. He was getting decent action at the time too, but then he'd never hear from these chicks after the fact. So, use at your own discretion. Or just don't. In fact, yeah, probably just don't. Now we move on to the rapid fire segment of the video for stories too short to make a full entry out of, but too good to be left out. Let's hop right in. A goofy laugh. My late husband had a goofy laugh, and I loved making him laugh just to hear it. I love big, bushy eyebrows. When a guy acts really flustered and nervous around me, I think it's hella cute. You don't have to have the body of a lifter or someone who works out a lot to be attractive. I notice a lot of men feel bad about themselves if they don't have that type of body. Yeah, if you're looking for dudes, get big. Otherwise, it's diminishing returns for women. They might want a guy who's fit, but most girls aren't trying to star on Sex Sent Me to the ER because their boyfriend weighed 4 times their 1 rep max. Their voices when they sing. I'm just here to see the compliments about big noses. If we put most of the comments here together, we have women that are attracted to George Costanza. I think a lot of guys think that they have to be all smooth and flirty with women, but I personally find the awkward, shy dorkiness super adorable and attractive. Laugh lines and crow's feet, even when I notice them on men who are in their 30s, I find it very endearing. Gray hair, especially when it's all salt and pepperish. Well, I mean, yeah, makes sense. I think guys with big noses look perfectly fine, nice even. I like a Roman nose, and I think it looks good on a man. As someone who's extremely introverted, I prefer guys with that personality type as well. I feel overwhelmed by really extroverted people, so I like guys who, like me, also need some time to open up. Well, that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It helps me out a ton. I'm ReddList. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.